What's up, guys? Free Nachos here, back again for the first time ever. We are playing Madden 21 on a next-gen console. That's right, I just to my PS5 not but a couple days ago. Got it all hooked up, got everything installed, got all the equipment running. We got the next-gen version of Madden 21, and just as promised, we're going to go right into a brand new rebuild with a brand new team. And we're going to be doing the same exact thing we did with the other episodes, the other series. We're going to go ahead and do 30-minute episodes. And we're not going to sim. We're going to play out pretty much every season and see what kind of team we can build after a couple seasons. So I've been toying with several different teams. I don't want to pick a team that's already really good. I want to pick a team that's not very good, a team that could be potentially on the rise if I rebuild them in the correct way. I thought about the Denver Broncos because they do have some good players, but they're clearly not a good team. The Bengals, I feel like, are a little too played out. I feel like there's a lot of rebuilds already using that team. Washington football team's a little too not my speed. I think I'm going to end up going. I thought about the Carolina Panthers as well, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to go ahead and do a rebuild of the Detroit Lions.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
So I'm going to go ahead and go through really quick. We're going to be doing all Madden difficulty, simulation, game style. Salary cap on, of course. Pre-existing injury. I don't know if I want to begin the season with real-life injuries, just because that's going to cause half of all the teams to be injured because it's the end of the NFL season right now. So I'm going to turn pre-existing injuries off. I will leave injuries on, however. Breakout scenarios on. Development trait regression on. I don't know what this means. Like the frequency of these players, I guess. So we'll go ahead and leave that. We're going to do 9-minute quarters with accelerated clock as usual. Anything else? I think that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and continue. I will be refining my audio. Choose starting point. No. Preseason. Okay. I'm going to be refining my audio level.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Just because this is my first Let's Play series on my PS5 going through Twitch. So, of course, there's going to be some bumps and bruises as far as audio and video. We're going to be fine-tuning that as much as we can. I do have 60 frames per second going on my Twitch. However, I don't know if that's what if the game even can output that kind of video setting. I might actually have to play with it. I'm not sure if it does or not. So that's something that we might have to mess with. But as it is, here we are. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is take a complete look at our team and identify players who we want to maybe trade and possibly get rid of. Well, I know Kerryon Johnson. I don't know how he's an 82 overall, but we're going to trade him because DeAndre Swift is the future for us. I like Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay. TJ Hawkinson obviously is a really good player. Our line, we have 2 good players, but the rest of them are pretty trash. Let's take a look at our team defensively. We have Coleman and Okuda. We're going to be developing him a lot. So I'm pretty happy with these 2. I'd like to trade Trufant, if at all possible. And the rest of these guys, I think, can stay. The rest of these guys can definitely stay.
This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, this guy is out of position, basically. I might have to reinstate him as a defensive tackle, but I mean, Danny Shelton is a good defensive tackle. So I might have to actually keep him there for now. Trey Flowers is a power rusher. Right end. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make Trey Flowers a left end. I'm just going to go through this stuff where I basically go through my roster. If none of this interests you, you can go ahead and skip to some of the later episodes, maybe episode 2 or maybe episode 3. But I have to do this preliminary stuff. This is how you build your roster. This is how you optimize your roster. So this is kind of stuff that I can't skip. Okay, so Flowers is there. He's a scheme fit. We got to keep as many scheme fit people as we can. And we'll do Deshaun Hand as a right end. We're going to have to play in a division with Aaron Rodgers, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Khalil Mack, a whole host of really, really good players. Oh, here we go. Now they're good. Now they're all... Okay, now they're all good. That's good. Let's take a look at Tracy Walker. What kind of... Okay, he's a zone. Okay, but hybrid. Okay, well, I guess we'll just leave Tracy Walker there for now. And I think we'll leave the rest of these guys too. For now. Let's do some trades really quick. I definitely want to get rid of Kerryon Johnson because let's be real, he's not going anywhere. He's young. He's a young star who's 82 overall. I mean, I should be able to get some decent trade value for him. Let's see what teams need a running back, if any. Maybe none. Nobody's interested in Kerryon? Oh, New England. The Rams. Oh, yeah, I think the Rams could definitely use a running back. For those of you who've seen my channel before would know that I am a Rams fan at heart. So it doesn't necessarily pain me to trade Kerryon Johnson to the Rams. But then that would kind of mess up their whole Akers situation. So I don't want to necessarily do that. I don't want to trade him to a division rival. Let's see who else could use him. The football team said they could probably use him. Let's go ahead and give it to him because they have Antonio Gibson, but he's only a 69 overall, and they have Adrian Peterson. So let's go ahead and trade some draft picks with the Washington. Let's try a second round pick next year. See if they'll bite for that. Okay. They went with it. So we're going to have an extra second round pick next year. Okay, so we got DeAndre Swift as our starter. Anybody else we could trade? I feel like we could trade Danny Shelton, but I'm not going to. I'll probably trade Trufant just because he's getting old. I mean, this is like the last... This is probably the last season where he's going to have value. Let's look for somebody who needs a corner. In the NFL, nobody needs a corner. Okay, Jacksonville definitely could probably use a corner. Let's check out their corners. 77, 21, 24. Let's see what teams have some of the worst corners. Because if we can trade it to a team and he'd immediately be... Oh, the Vikings definitely need corners. Let's trade him to the Vikings and try to get another second round pick for it. I'm not going to be greedy and ask a first just because I don't want to waste my own time. Okay, there we go. Great. All right, so good offensive core. I love Kenny Galladay. Marvin Jones, Geronimo Allison. Marvin Hall. Okay, one last quick look at our defense. Okuda, Warrior, Roberts, Daryl Roberts. He's old. We gotta go. Let's go through our depth chart real quick. I don't want to be starting a 29-year-old corner, even though he might be a little bit better. Warrior, we'll get him in there. He needs some experience. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Third down running back, Swift. Ty Johnson we'll put in the second spot. Slot receiver, Danny Amendola. Yeah, but he's so old. He's so old. I don't know if I want to have Danny Amendola. You know, it's just kind of like a waste. But I guess we have him. Might as well use him, right? He's got good short route running, and he's got good catching, so we'll keep him in there. Right, rush left end. Yeah, this will not do. This will not do. What are his power and finesse moves? Not good. Defensive tackle, we'll put Danny in there. Sub linebacker. Part of this is getting used to the speed, acceleration. I mean, he's got the best speed and acceleration. He's got decent tackling, but he's old. He's old. I'll put Jamie Collins as the second sub linebacker. That'll be fine. Okay, I think we're good. Let's not dawdle and waste too much time. Man, I have a lot of players on my roster too. Okay.
An offensive and defensive game plan has been each week. You can, once you've made your game plan, choose to start training.
Okay. I already know all of that information, so I'm just going to leave it. We definitely want to train these guys. Somebody else that we probably want to train would be TJ Hawkinson. We got to get him. He's got to be a superstar on our team. He has to be a foundational piece. So we need to do training that does tight end and halfback. Let's look for it. Here we go. Running back, tight end, outside zone. We could try that. Yeah, we got to do outside zone. Okay, so we will do that training. And then defensively, we need really, I'd love to develop our line, our defensive line, and our secondary. So let's go ahead and look for defensive back, defensive line. We'll do that. Cover two man.